Andy Bale.
With one great song after another.
On Westchester and the Hudson Valley's music station.
100.7
WHUD.
I'm Andy Bale. It is time now for the Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight, brought to you by Southeast Kitchen and Bath. Looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Contact Southeast Kitchen and Bath, the area's premier kitchen and bath remodelers, all under one roof since 1973. With Westchester and the Hudson Valley's music station, 100.7. The Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight today at 100.7 WHUD. Dave King. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Andy. How you doing?
I'm doing
nice
great. You sound like you're excited to be here.
I am, absolutely.
Where are you living?
I live actually up in New Milford, Connecticut.
You've been in Connecticut all your life?
No, not really. I grew up in New Jersey, moved out to Ohio and Michigan, and finally settled in Connecticut around in the 90s. So,
Did music take you to all those places or something else?
No, music has been in my life the whole way through since I was like just a little guy. I got a drum set when I was like 6 years old. I used to play away along with Beatle records, you know, and learned how to play that. And then eventually around high school time, I got into acoustic guitar, and that has since then become kind of my main instrument.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned Connecticut. In fact, you have a whole album about the city of Danbury, don't you?
I do. Well, it was an EP. It was a shorter thing. It was like 4 or 5 songs called Danbury Days. And the kind of the highlight song on the album is a song called Danbury Fair. And I put this video together, which practically almost went, you could say, viral on YouTube. It's got like 16 or 17,000 views now, I think.
You got a bunch of them on your website, don't you? How important do you think music videos are?
Oh, I think they are, absolutely. Yeah, I just have this brand new album out now called Into the Deep Blue, and I've released one video for it, and I plan to almost monthly throughout the year now release a new music video each month to just kind of keep the album and the songs in people's minds and keep the word out there. Yep.
I think that's what it is. Everybody wants a visual representation. You have to be on every day, all the time, branding your brand, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I remember the old days when you would sit down and you'd put an album on, you would just like stare at the album jacket and listen, very intently. And those days are like gone. People need more stimulus now than just looking at the album cover, I
mentioned Danbury was a theme of one entire album. You like themes because the new album, Into the Deep Blue, also a theme?
Well, it's not really like a concept album or anything, but as I was writing the songs for it, I did find that there's kind of a consistent theme about flying. If I can tell you a quick story about that. It came about, I had a terrible fear of flying for many years. You could not pay me to get on an airplane. But in recent years, I got into a relationship with a girl, and it was a long-distance situation, which kind of forced me to get on an airplane, and so it was romance that got me back on the plane. So it's pretty cool.
It is cool, and you could have taken a bus,
I could have taken a bus, but it would take me 2 weeks to get there.
In the Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight today at 100.7 WHUD, Dave King. It's you that said you will actually deliver the new album, Into the Deep Blue, by drone.
That is true. Yeah, well, I was respecting the social distancing thing during this COVID-19 time, so I thought, well, if people are nervous about it, I can dangle the CD off the drone and fly it over to them, and they can pick it up that way.
Has anyone taken you up on that offer?
Not actually, no, but I've gotten some good chuckles over it and stuff.
You seem to have a really cool studio in your house, right?
I produced the whole album here, and on the album, I did everything. I wrote all the songs, I recorded all the instruments, did all the vocals, did the mixing and everything. But there is a Hudson Valley link to the album, which is that I had it mastered at Master Disc, which is located down in Peekskill. Scott Hull is down there, and he's a Grammy Award-winning mastering engineer. He's done albums for Steely Dan and John Mayer and people of that caliber. So he put the finishing touches on my album and stuff before we sent it to the presses.
Dave, I bet you miss live gigs.
As a performing musician, I'm normally playing out in clubs or restaurants and things like that all the time, and I haven't played out since March. And that is where I would normally be trying to sell CDs and copies of my new album and stuff. So it's kind of put a damper on things like that.
You don't seem to have a shortage of ideas and inspirations either. Dave King, tell me about the song Into the Deep Blue we're going to hear. What's it all about?
It was the last song that I wrote for the album, kind of ironically. And it's really just a song kind of embracing this feeling of flight and freedom and just sort of throwing all your cares away and just, getting away from it all.
Dave, what is your website? People can find out more about Dave King, King.
Yes, my website, easy to find. It's davekingmusic.com. And my CD's available there, and you can see my videos, and when the pandemic's over, you can find out where I will be performing and all those kinds of things.
If you see a drone hovering over your house, it isn't the government. It is probably Dave King delivering his brand new CD called Into the Deep Blue to you.
It could be.
Could be.
Yep, that's right.
Somebody please take him up on that. I've got to get a video of that.
It would happen.
Congratulations, Dave. Here is the song called Into the Deep Blue. Dave King in the Hudson Valley Artist Spotlight today at 100.7 WHUD. Thank you, Dave. Well done.
Thank you.
WHUD.
Mountains, over the streams, going in and out of consciousness, in and out of dreams, into the heavens, wide horizons in view, riding the jet stream, into the deep blue. In the moment, no sense of time. The sky is endless, the feeling sublime. Free as a bird, spying vistas anew, sailing the sky into the deep blue. With wings on the breeze and no flight plan in mind, it's an aimless excursion, leave the world behind. Flying high above and flying true, riding the drafts into the deep blue. An aerial adventure, a cumulus journey, gliding through the clouds, the feeling of free, high above the earth, where the fresh show